and welcome to Getting Real with Jazz and Nick on the PT Central podcast. Today, it's Friday, and we get to talk to you about nutrition. So we want to bring you 3 tips to help your clients with nutrition. So